Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be me, 26, never the main character, more like the beta tester quietly glitching in someone else's social circle. Grew up with best friend Marco, whose house always felt like the post-apocalyptic oasis compared to my own. Parents divorcing, chaos at home, I became semi-official foster kid for his family. Mrs. Romero always baked extra, always remembered how I like my sandwiches, insisted on making sure I passed algebra. Mr. Romero gave me the how to change spark plugs and avoid being ripped off by mechanics life curriculum. Always buzzing around was Camila, Marco's little sister, 3 years our junior, permanently attached to our coattails as we grew up. Camila would invent emergencies, lost pencils, urgent snack deliveries, pretending to need advice on homework she'd finished hours ago. Marco, forever the annoyed big brother, routinely banished her with a wrinkled nose and a classic "go play somewhere else, Camila." I'd half smile, try to be nice without undermining my bro, even as I caught her watching us sideways during Mario Kart tournaments. Sometimes would hear her fragments of piano practice from the next room, or see her curled up with a fantasy book in the backyard, lost in her own quiet world. To me, she was just Marco's sister. My responsibility only extended to polite nods and making sure she never blabbed if we partied late. High school was a blur. Marco and I got into the same state university, became an unsinkable duo. Life edged Camilla out of my vision. She aced her science classes, joined debate, got some scholarship, and left for the opposite coast for her dream pre-med program. As the years moved, Marco found love with Anna, now his fiancée. I bounced through half-baked relationships and ghosted hookups, always restless. Mrs. and Mr. Romero's holiday invites were the only constants, the closest thing I had to family dinners. One spring, Marco's family calls a huge reunion. Paella in the backyard, even Camila's flying in from California. Show up or else. I show up with the world's lamest bottle of wine and overcooked empanadas, get bear hugged by Mrs. Romero, grilled by Mr. Romero about what I actually do for work. Step into the yard, spot a tall girl chatting with Marco's aunt, shoulders sun-dusted, hair nearly waist length, double take, heart drops. Is that Camila? Gone is the gangly bookworm. She's grown, self-possessed, magnetic smile. She catches me staring, breaks into a grin, and cuts across the yard, dazzling in a blue dress, and now my brain has no chill. "Wow, Leo, you look different," she says, clearly enjoying my baffled face. I managed to croak out a basic response, try not to sound like I just learned English. We sit together as Marco grills chorizo, joke about high school, catch up on college drama, learn she aced pre-med in 3.5 years, and started a PEDS residency downtown. She remembers I convinced Marco to let her join us for late night taco runs on the down low, says it was the highlight of her freshman summers. Every chance she gets, Camila laughs, finds excuses to touch my arm, teases me about my man bun crisis sophomore year. She points out all the tiny acts that meant so much to her then, giving her my hoodie, buying ice cream when she lost her first debate. Party winds down and half the adults pass out in cornhole chairs. We're stuck on dish duty, hands brushing in the soapy water as we trade embarrassing family stories. I apologize for never really talking to her about her actual life as a kid. She shrugs. "I always knew you were just being protective of Marco. Didn't stop me from hoping you'd notice me for, me." Later, as I leave, she follows out onto the front patio, stars overhead. Hesitates, then blurts, "I don't want to wait another 5 years to see you again. Can we hang?" Hands me her phone. I grin, type in my number. Next afternoon, text, "Seriously, let's do coffee, no supervision." I spend 2 hours debating between two shirts, replaying everything she said. She's waiting at the coffee shop, hair up, wearing scrubs and sneakers, radiating confidence. Conversation bounces from anime to her hospital rotations. She makes fun of my music playlist, I tease her doctorate dreams. Finally admit I'm terrible at dating, nothing sticks. She laughs, "I guess you'd better try going for someone persistent enough to show up every time you forget your wallet." Looks right at me. After coffee, we walk the main street. She stops outside the pet store, points out a goldfish tank. "Did you know you won me a carnival goldfish once? I named it after your Halo username." I'm floored, total memory blank, but she's glowing. She locks eyes, says, "I used to crush on you so hard, it was embarrassing." Punches my shoulder. "You're still cute, you know?" I blush, flustered. She grins wider, steps in, and just kisses me. Slow, sure, sweet. I'm speechless, brain lagging. Marco?" She just rolls her eyes. I already told him. He said to please just get on with it. She's right, no longer that awkward kid who needed my permission to exist. Be me, 33, woman with responsible older cousin energy, usually invisible at family parties except to refill the deviled eggs. Last weekend, sunny Saturday at my niece's 7th birthday bash, a suburban park crawling with screaming kids. My fiance Daniel volunteers to referee the chaos at the jungle gym. He's laughing with the wild ones, lets 3 kids use him as a launch pad for the monkey bars. Other parents are all buried in coffee and weather complaints. Daniel's actually playing, cheering kids on. Aunt Cheryl sidles up, eyebrow raised, asks who that man is, voice tense. Proudly, I say, "That's my fiance Daniel. He's great with kids. Wishes he could coach soccer someday." Her face does that instant Windows crash. Like I just said, he collects jar lids and shrunken heads. Suddenly, at full volume, "You're letting an unrelated man play with children here?" Half the playground looks up. She's already speedwalking toward Daniel, lips pursed in mom fear mode. Before Daniel has a chance to understand, Cheryl waves her phone, shouts, "Step away from those children, now." Daniel freezes, kids scatter, other moms converge like I yelled, "Free sanitizer." Cheryl calls police, dramatizes, "Grown man at park, not a dad, could be dangerous." Cops roll up, lights flashing, all eyes on Daniel, who's just trying not to cry from humiliation. They grill him, check his ID, hands on hips, kids gape. Some parent films, uploads to Nextdoor before police even finish. Cops let him go after 10 humiliating minutes, but the mood is ice cold. The whole birthday shuts down early. We drive home in tense silence. Daniel won't make eye contact. I check social media out of dread. Stranger man at Beechwood Park, stay alert. His photos everywhere. Comment section wilding out about creeps. That night, he tells me about losing his teaching job years ago over a parent concern. He used to run an after-school program, loved it. One complaint about men shouldn't change diapers started a chain reaction. Boss demoted him to office duty for community comfort. His dream job killed, reputation tainted by pure vibes and nothing else. He never told me before, too ashamed, switched to IT support for the safety. I'm heartbroken, but it gets worse. Next day, I vent to my girl co-workers, ready for someone to agree it's unfair. Instead, I get unanimous better safe than sorry. You can't ever be too careful. One even says she'd blacklist male teachers for her kids, just to be cautious. I listen as smart, successful women say things about men I couldn't imagine them saying about skin color or religion. They laugh off the suggestion it's the same kind of bias. No, this is about child protection. That's different. I find the research, highest risk to children comes from people they know, not from random men at parks. Mothers commit more child abuse than fathers by all official stats, but stranger danger always has a man's face. I join teacher forums, countless stories from men who can't safely comfort a crying kid, avoid tutoring, never drive students, one false accusation and their lives are over. I read about male coaches never being alone with athletes, refusing to help kids tie shoes, skipping overnight trips, all to avoid suspicion. Single dads get the cops called just for pushing their daughter on a swing. Some carry birth certificates to parks to prove not a creep. Daniel pulls away from kids, shrinks when his sister asks why he's so quiet around her boys. He stops offering to babysit, avoids playgrounds, never volunteers at school fairs. 2 months pass. His office has Kids Day. Daniel's banned from organizing just in case. They politely ask if he can work from home so nobody feels weird, referencing the viral park incident without saying it aloud. I see Facebook blow up with more warnings about random men. Meanwhile, posts complain about no male teachers and where are the good guys. The same co-workers who back Karen-level paranoia complain about no role models for sons. Daniel's brother, a beloved soccer coach, is let go after a parent demands female chaperones at every practice. Nobody volunteers to replace him. The kids lose their coach, but hey, better safe than sorry. Daniel starts ignoring any kid who says hi in public. A toddler waves from a shopping cart. Daniel stares at bread loaves. I catch a mom giving him a good job smile for not interacting, as if he passed some secret test. I realize society teaches men the only safe option is to avoid children entirely. Suddenly, I see local news wringing hands about desperate need for positive male teachers in elementary schools. The news segment ends with a PSA. Be vigilant of strangers at playgrounds, featuring Daniel's face blurred in the B-roll. Daniel won't talk about parenting anymore. He pulls away when the topic comes up, finally admitting he's scared to be a dad. What if they take one look and call the cops? What if I can't prove my own kid is mine? He'd rather have dogs, less scrutiny. A girl cousin's son gets sent to counseling for acting out. The whole family wishes there were more men in the elementary school. The same cousin once said she'd never let a male teacher near her daughter. The hypocrisy just gets built into the foundation. Everyone wants dads, mentors, men who care, but only if they stay invisible. Even my old book club freaks out when I question it. The more I talk, the more I'm called a risk enabler. Eventually, I'm banned for minimizing abuse risk. But the numbers are clear. Kids lose out every time we force men away from helping, teaching, coaching. Daniel gets jumpy every time a child laughs too loud near him in public. His joy in being silly, useful, gentle is gone for good. That day in the park, society didn't protect anyone. It erased one more good man from a place children genuinely needed him. I look at every "Where are the male teachers" headline and want to scream. The answer is obvious. We taught them it's safer for everyone if they disappear. The real tragedy, the next generation grows up with fewer protectors, fewer mentors, fewer men who care enough to show up. For all our safety, kids are more alone than ever while the fear machine spins on. Sometimes to protect the children, we just end up wounding them in a different way, and everyone cheers like it's progress.